Hey everybody, Chris here. So today I'm going to be showcasing my inflatable boat with the outboard I have on it and the package with a trailer. So these things are all the craze now. Used to be aluminum boats everywhere when I was a kid. Well, these are popular. They've come a long way. The performance is a lot better, durability, and the style. So I find they're a practical boat and they're a great way to get into boating. This was my only boat for a while, and we had a lot of fun with it. They're great for fishing, exploring, touring around, or just a fun boat. Especially now with the inflatable keels, it gives it somewhat of a V-hull design, and they perform well. So this one is 10'8". I got a cover for it from Amazon. It's got a nice Triton trailer. I had a Sea-Doo before. I sold the Sea-Doo, so I kept this trailer to use with this boat. I just modified the bunks slightly. I'll show you when it's uncovered shortly what I did to modify the bunks, and we'll go through it all. So there's an outside shot of her covered up, and we'll go through everything when it's in the garage here. Okay, so here we are with it in the garage. Again, this is 10'8". My model is Innovotion. I love this boat. It's cool. Came with everything that I wanted, really. So there's lots of handles on it. There's lots of different hooks installed. I put a ladder on these two hooks. So what you can do, leave it inside, it just flips out, and I've got a ladder to get in and out. Nice oars on it. Easily turn off here with the little knob, adjustable. More handles here, two in the bow area. And then, as I mentioned, the inflatable keel down below here gives it a nice ride. I installed two extra eyelets here. I think they come with them now. This model didn't at the time I bought it, but that way I can tow it behind my bigger boat that I have now. So it's a good secure tow means. And what I bought for that, you want to make sure your pull point is not too strong on one side. You want to make sure it's even. So I bought this with a float on it with two hooks that attach, and it goes into a V with this roller on it. So that way it can even out the pull pressure and not harm the hull. So inside here, hard bottom on the bow, aluminum floor, came with a little mat in the back for the gas tank with a strap. Now look at this here for the drain. Just pull it up here, drain out, you're done, close it. That's really cool. I installed a mount for a rod holder. You can get different mounts for different things. I also have one of these, a tiller handle extension, which just goes on, obviously, your tiller handle, like this. And I can run it from this seat in the middle if I want. So this boat's really stable. It's fast. Handles the waves really well. And I bought this. What it is, it's padded. You can get them in different sizes depending on the beam of your boat. It's got storage pouches here underneath, and then you can unzip the storage pouch portion entirely and just have the seat. So that way, if you're running along, nothing blows out. You can store small items in there. I've actually got an anchor inside, a windbreaker. So that's really, really handy. I'd recommend getting one of these for an inflatable. And it came with the pump, obviously. Oh, I've got my Snowco and flippers in here. So a really cool boat. Now, motor. I went with the Tohatsu 9.8. It's a 4-stroke, super quiet. It's got lots of power. Haven't had a problem with it at all. Very smooth, easy starting. Shift control mounted up front. It's a really nice motor, and it's a perfect match for this. You can put up to a 15 on this, but I don't know if I'd want to. Me in it, Solo, it flies along pretty good. And we've had 4 people in this, planing out, running along. So it's a great package. And at the back here, what I did, you don't want a lot of pressure on the back of these boats with a soft floor. So transom's solid, obviously, but if you don't have any support in the midsection, it's gonna twist on here and it can be hard on the boat. So what I did, number one, I installed transom support bracket on the trailer. So the weight of this motor, when it bounces, goes right down to the trailer. So there's no pressure directly on the transom now with the leg of the motor extended out. And secondly, I modified the trailer. So obviously this was a dual bunk trailer. I extended the bunks all the way out. And I've got a board here that I installed across. This board is about, I think it's a foot wide, maybe a bit more, maybe about 14 inches. So a couple boards, I can't remember if it was 1 or 2, but anyways. So what I did is I put marine carpet on this, and then I affixed it with heavy duty twist ties so I can remove it through 2 holes in this board, locked around the side bunk. It's not going anywhere, and now the boat's good and solid. That supports the transom. And then make sure your bunks are wide enough to run right on the pontoons or side sponsons of the boat. So she's good and solid. I anchor it here with the winch, and then I also tie it to make sure I've got it good and secure. And the other thing I did, I have a GPS on it. So for my GPS, I had this Garmin. I've had this thing for years. It's got a card in it for all the lakes in North America. And I mounted it to a board, which I varnished. And then I just used 2 wood clamps to hold it in place and then remove it when I trailer and when the boat's not in use. You don't want anything sharp in a inflatable boat, so I use these plastic ones. So when I'm running along, I can see the charts. It's mounted perfectly. And then I've got my rod holder right there. So it's a good setup. So that's my inflatable. So this episode is the dry land version. So coming up next, we're gonna water test it and we're gonna let her rip. We'll take it out in the waves, we'll run it wide open and show you how she works. We're gonna call that one Rock Your Dingy. So that'll be coming up next. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful for you guys. What else can I say about this one? Oh, actually, I've also installed brackets on the back of the transom for wheels. So I bolted them on. And I put these nubs on the end so it's not sharp. And that gives me a spot also to anchor to the trailer. And then my wheels just flip up vertically. And I take 1 pin out, flip the wheels down, and lock it in case I want to pull it along the shore somewhere or just wheel it around if you're at a cottage or whatever. So I'd recommend getting these too. You got to be careful though. Don't put them too close. Obviously then you can't turn your motor. Mine just fits. This is a fairly good sized motor, so you got to be careful about that. But anyways, so I think that's everything. Next time we're going to be on the water rocking this thing. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe and have a good day. Take care everybody. Bye for now.